July 20th, 1954, the Geneva Accords were signed, ending the Indochina War and giving the communists control of northern Vietnam, north of the 17th parallel. North Vietnam was set to be governed by the Communist Party of Vietnam. Many southern Vietnamese citizens were angry at their president's Ngo Diem Diem rigged election, and in response, Diem labeled them as Viet Cong, or Vietnamese communists.
In the summer 1964, U.S. destroyer Maddox was in the Gulf of Tonkin close to North Vietnam when torpedo boats fired on the Maddox. The Maddox fired back and sunk one of the boats. 2 nights later, the crew of the Maddox thought they were being attacked again and fired on the supposed torpedo boats. Although the crew of the Maddox was mistaken about the second attack, then President Lyndon Baines Johnson committed the U.S. to waging war against the Vietnamese communists.
The Viet Cong were highly skilled at sniping. They had special suits called ghillie suits, which consisted of leaves, sticks, and plants. They took advantage of this, which helped them succeed in many ambushes they executed.
Foxholes. They were used as a main strategic strategy for Viet Cong. They were basically a hole in the ground fit for one sniper or gunman, and it was proved to be very deadly and effective. They were used as protection against small airstrikes, and they were also to surprise the enemy as they walked to and from. Foxholes were used to camouflage, usually with brush, trees, just with the scenery. The foxholes were used as cover for Viet Cong during firefights.
Landmines were a big part of the Viet Cong strategy. They were made so that if a soldier stepped on a landmine, it wouldn't go up until he released his foot. One type of mine, the bouncing bays, were made to shoot up in the air. After reaching hip height, they would explode, launching fragments of metal, blowing away half the soldier's body. Another were toe poppers. They were activated when they were stepped on and inflicted less injury. They would explode at ground level, causing injury to the soldier's foot. They were used to intimidate the American soldiers and their allies, adding onto the soldiers' battle stress.
The Viet Cong would try to destroy the patrol before the air support could arrive. The fact that the Viet Cong's main tactic was ambushing instilled great fear in the American soldiers and allies.
Punji Stakes. The Vietnam War was a war like no other. Constant attacks kept the U.S. soldiers and their allies on their toes at all times. At any time, someone could fall through a hole and then be gored by punji stakes. Punji stakes were generally made of sharpened bamboo and were placed in various locations, usually in pits and trenches around hamlets, small fortified villages, Viet Cong positions, or swamp filled with dirty water. So if a soldier got trapped, the wounds would be inevitably infected. After a soldier was caught in a punji stake, he was left to die. The Viet Cong would usually take the soldier, skin him, and leave him hanging by the neck or legs from trees to intimidate other American patrols. However, punji stakes were also used to serve as a distraction so that the Viet Cong could ambush the unit of soldiers. Eventually, the Americans got so tired of their soldiers falling through pits with punji stakes that they made their own round distant airfields so that they could slow a Viet Cong raid.
was horrible.
I wish I never enlisted.
I can't remember anything. Can't tell if this is true or a dream. Deep down inside I feel terrible silence stops there. I'm okay now. That there's not much left to me. Nothing is real but pain now. Hold my breath as I wish for death. Oh please God, wake me. Back in the womb it's much too real. In Punk's life that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I live, head to the truth that sticks in me. Just like a wartime novelty, tied to machines that make me feel.
Tunnels were another big part of Viet Cong guerrilla tactics. Most of them were built during the Indochina War and were used as bomb shelters. They were used as places to hide weapons, and also they were used to ambush soldiers. One of the main ways the Viet Cong dug the tunnels was by using hand tools and reed baskets. They would fill the reed baskets with dirt and empty them far away from the tunnel. After a part of the tunnel was complete, it would be covered and hidden so the soldiers couldn't find it. In order to keep Americans out of the way, there would usually be booby traps such as tripwire, mines, punji stakes, and the punji stakes would usually contain bamboo stalks to kill or injure anyone crawling through the tunnels.
Another part of the Viet Cong guerrilla strategy was the capture of enemy weapons. The VC would use captured M60s, M16s, grenades, pistols, and mines due to the American and their allies' weapons being superior to their own. The Viet Cong weapons were known to jam and were generally unreliable. This strategy furthered the Viet Cong's killing efficiency and made them even more formidable.